Every year I do something that scares me to death, and this year is no different, but everybody's telling me I'm gonna fail.
In 2023, I set out to ride a bull. In 2024, I set out to go skydiving. Every single year, I do something meaningful, something impactful, that is scary, that pushes me, but also helps me recognize just how truly capable I am to lead an epic life if I'm willing and have the courage to choose. So as I was getting ready for 2025, I was out running with Matt Johnson. Matt Johnson's a guy who ran literally across the entire state of Texas 2 times. And I was running with him one morning just outside of Fredericksburg. Just landed back from Canada. We're on 3 hours of sleep. But when you got a mission and a cause bigger than you don't need sleep. And I was just incredibly inspired that a man would go on a 19-day journey, just him, his team, and the open road, all to raise money for veterans. There was no timer, there was no winner, there was no loser, there was no medal at the finish line. This was just a man battling his thoughts, battling his body, all for a cause that was bigger than himself. As I was running with him, I just couldn't help but feel inspired to do something similar. But you can't run across Texas if somebody's already doing that. So as I talked to the team and I started to think about what could I do in 2026 that was meaningful, that was scary, that would test me, but that was for a cause bigger than myself, it hit me. I'm about to do something that most people would talk themselves out of. I'm getting on a bike in Mexico, and I'm not getting off until I hit Canada. 15 days, 2,000 miles. Pain is part of the plan. Because impact doesn't happen in comfort. This is the ride. And it's just getting started. Now the ride has actually built into something even bigger than I could have imagined. This ride is going to start in May at the border of Mexico. Literally learned yesterday that with global entry, you can ride your bike through customs to cross the border. So we will start on bikes in Mexico, ride in the United States of America, and then just keep on riding. The plan is to finish it in 15 days. My personal goal, finish it in 13 days. Now, for those of you that are doing the math, you could quickly understand that we are going to have to average about 150 miles a day on the bike, sitting on the saddle for a minimum of 8 hours a day. And that's assuming all conditions are perfect. The ride is going to be powered by GoBundance. Members of GoBundance are going to join me along the route and ride for 10 miles, 20 miles, 50 miles. Some people might even have the courage to ride for a day. They're going to raise money. We're going to find people in need, and we're going to create impact while we pedal. Actual impact in the streets, in these communities, finding people that need an opportunity to get a second chance, finding people that deserve an opportunity for a break at life, finding children that have been underserved, finding families that have been faced with disasters, whether it's through a house fire or a death in the family, and just doing it out of the kindness of our heart and making an impact with them, human to human. What's cool too is I talk about the team. We've hired a crew chief because I have no idea what it looks like to build a journey from Mexico to Canada. I mean, it sounds simple enough, but when you start to think through the logistics of what road will you be on, what will the trail vehicle look like, what about fuel, where are you gonna stay, what about the accommodations, what are you gonna do with weather, what happens if somebody gets injured? There's a lot of logistics that come into this. Going back to running with Matt Johnson, I met this guy named Rob. Rob was Matt's crew chief across Texas 2 times, and he's also been the crew chief for many other incredible feats.
Problem comes up, solve the problem. Next problem gonna come up, solve the problem.
I was taught through my time in the Navy and going through selection programs and working on special teams, you need to do more mental training than physical training, prepare for such a hardship.
I reached out to Rob. I call Rob and say, hey man, I got this crazy idea. I want to ride my bike from Mexico to Canada. This mission's going to be powered by GoBundance. We're going to bring GoBundance brothers along on the journey. Would you be interested in being the crew chief? Rob paused and said the craziest part was that 3 years earlier, before he got deployed on duty on a submarine, he was given a stack of books. One of those books, The Tribe of Millionaires. written by GoBundance and the founders of GoBundance. When he was on that submarine, he read that book, came home from deployment, and literally put Join GoBundance on his vision board. Fast forward to today, Rob is now a member of GoBundance and literally crewing the ride powered by GoBundance. Our paths crossed, an opportunity presented itself, and then we both had the courage to choose what stood in front of us. For me, that choice was riding a bike. For him, that choice was saying yes to crewing something with a bunch of knuckleheads that don't really know what they're doing on a bike for 15 days from Mexico to Canada. We've been working very hard on pulling this off in silence, wanting to make sure we did it right, wanting to make sure we had everything prepared, wanting to make sure we had the fundraising system built, wanting to understand what the logistics looked like. But now we're finally talking about it. Now it's finally real.
5:30 in the morning, Christmas Eve. First ride on the training for the ride. Haven't been on this bike for probably 18 months.
A bike I bought off of Craigslist 2 years ago for $250. A bike that I literally just paid $364 to have tuned up because it didn't work.
There's three. I'm assuming
Come up with that cat. Looks nice.
Don't you want cash?
Hell yeah, we want cash.
I can do credit if you want.
No. We'll do cash.
Put new grip tape on, gave me some new cables, gave me new tires. My tires were cracking.
And now I'm training, hired a coach because I have no idea how to train for this. I'm still trying to learn how to shift the damn thing. I believe you just have to say yes and then just do it. Learn, experience, grow through it. And that's exactly what we're doing with the ride. We are going to learn a lot about ourselves. We're going to learn a lot about cycling. We're gonna learn a lot about doing an endurance event for 15 days straight. We're gonna learn a lot about the weather, the roads, the conditions, but we're also going to learn a lot about the people in the communities that we connect with, the organizations that we work with, the families that we impact and we benefit. I hate riding a bike. I think it's one of the most boring things you can do. But yet here I am, choosing a route that will take us through 8 states, choosing a route that will have over 45,000 feet of elevation gain. Literally choosing a route consciously that is 40 miles further than the original route because I want to stop in Stephenville, Texas and do something crazy. I've been training for the bike ride for a week and a half now. I wish I would have done some riding before I made this commitment because I did an hour the other day and I thought I was going to die. I'm learning a lot about output, watts, recovery score, but I'm also learning a lot about me, how accountability is so crucial for me. I'm gonna pour my heart, I'm gonna pour my soul, and I'm gonna pour every ounce of energy that I have, not into making sure the pedals continue to move, but making sure that I can leave an impact with the people that we're so fortunate to bless along the way. Whether it's joining me on the ride, donating, suggesting somebody we connect with, somebody whose story we should learn about, somebody who we should bless, who we should give an opportunity to, each and every one of you can be a part of this ride. You don't have to ride the damn bike, but if you want to, I'd love your company. We're gonna document the entire journey. We're gonna tell the entire story. We're gonna have videos that drop every single day on YouTube. We're gonna tell the grind of the ride. We're gonna tell the stories of the people we're impacting. We're gonna tell the stories of the GoBundance members that join us or the organizations that support us. I am not looking forward to riding a bike for 150 miles a day, but I'm looking forward to understanding that who I will become because of this ride will truly change my life forever. If you have any pointers for me on biking, just shoot me an email because I'm still very confused about the difference between the shorts and the bibs and the chafing cream, the gels. I don't really like gels, the goos. I'm not really a goo fan. Like there's a lot I'm still learning about this. And if you want to ride with me, all you got to do is go to gobundance.com/the ride. There'll be an opportunity for you to submit for a chance to join us on the ride. We've got a bunch of GoBundance members joining us. We've got other people joining us along the journey. And if you want to donate, thank you in advance. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you listening to me get on my soapbox or my saddle about sitting in the saddle. And my hope is that you just make a choice to make the world a better place, just a little bit, and make yourself a better human along the way.